So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to create these little felt Christmas tree ornaments. So the first thing that you guys are going to do to start your felt Christmas trees is you need to go ahead and choose what shape you would like to make. You are either going to choose a circular Christmas tree or a square Christmas tree, or you can do both, whichever you like. But if you're going to do the square Christmas tree, you need to go ahead and print out your squares on a Word document, and then you will need to cut those out. And once you have them cut out, they will look something just like this. For my square Christmas tree, I did 5 different squares. They obviously have to be different sizes, with your larger one being on the bottom and your smallest one obviously being on top. So that is how you are going to get your squares. If you choose to do a circular Christmas tree, that is fine too. I have stencils in my classroom that you can use. If you don't want to use the stencils though, you can also print out a Word document just like with the squares as well, and you can do it that way. So I already have my circles traced out. I'm going to go ahead and cut those so that I have my templates ready. So now I have all of my different colors already cut out and ready to go. So the next thing that I'm going to do is basically attach them all together. So how we are going to do this is we are going to need that little needle that is inside of your baggie that you have at home, and we are going to need some thread. So I chose obviously the color green because it matches my little Christmas tree. So what we're going to do is you are going to take these 2 ends just like this, and we are going to wrap them around our finger just like so, and we are going to go ahead and create this loop where we take these ends and pull it right through the loop just like this. We want to keep this knot near the end of our thread, so I am going to just try and push this as close to the edge as possible, and then I'm going to pull it tight just like this. So hopefully you can see that really well. So we're going to create that knot at the end. Now what we're going to do is we are going to stretch out our thread just like this, and we now have this loop at the end. What we're going to do is take and thread this loop through the eye of our needle, and you should be able to do this because the eye is pretty large, so that thread should go right through just like it did for me. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull it just like this until these are about equal length, just like so. Okay, so don't pull this the whole way through. You want it to look just like this. All right, so now we are going to go ahead and attach. And I want to put all of my pieces with the Sharpie marker. Some of them have Sharpie lines on them. I want to put those facing down so maybe we don't see those as much. But I'm going to go ahead and stack them onto each other just like so. So the large one's going to go first, then my medium circle, then my smaller circles, and then my smallest ones on top. And it'll look something just like this. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to attach these. I suggest doing them maybe one at a time, and what you want to do is you want to just go right up through the middle, and you want to make sure that you don't poke yourself, and you want to push right through. It might seem a little bit difficult at first, but you just want to keep pushing that through, and you don't want to, you just kind of want to let it sit in the middle. So I'm going to do my next one, and I'm going to go ahead and push that right through the middle. And you want them to be about as close to the middle as possible so that they lay nice whenever they're on top of each other, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this bottom, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that I have my needle pushed the whole way through all of my felt pieces for my little tree, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attach these 2 beads on the top as my star. You can get little star beads if you want, but I'm just going to use these for right now, and I'm just going to set them on top of each other just like this. It's going to look just like a little star on the top, and I'm going to thread my needle through this just like that and go ahead and pull them all through. Okay, now from here I'm going to go ahead and pull my needle a little bit, and what's going to happen is that knot is going to secure down at the bottom, and I can go ahead and figure out which side of my string I need to pull in order to pull my little loop through, which is going to come up through all of that felt and up here at the top, just like this. Now my needle is still attached. All I have to do is go ahead and pull my needle right off of the end, just like this, and now my needle is unattached. My beads seem to be moving around a little bit, so all I'm going to do is take my string and I'm going to create just a simple knot where I wrap the thread around my fingers just like this. I'm going to go ahead and pinch it right there, creating this loop, and then I'm going to bring that end through that loop, and I'm going to go ahead and set this down just like this. And I want to keep this knot as close to my beads as possible, so I'm just going to kind of push that down a little bit, as you can see, just like this, and then I'm going to pull that nice and tight. And now my beads shouldn't move, they should stay right on top. So now this little string up here acts as your hanging string for on your Christmas tree, and you have completed your Christmas tree ornament.